Jacob was facing what we would be considered today as slave labor in the home of his father-in-law. He would have his wives, Rachel and Leah, but he would receive no wages. And he was not happy with that. So he decided to talk to Laban, his father-in-law. But on the background of this story, there are the two sisters wrestling, fighting against each other. Well, to have babies, not to have babies. And you can see in the story the consequences of polygamy. That's not easy. That's not good. It was never God's plans. If God will plan for us to have 2 or 3 or 4 wives, he would provide that for Adam. But God only gave one wife to Adam. And God's purpose through all the history was for us to have only one wife and one husband. And you see the consequences, and then you see Jacob preferring one, despising the other. Also, there are preferences on children. That's a problem, a terrible problem when you have 2 or more children and you prefer one and you treat them differently. And we will see these, what will happen in this story in the following chapters. But that's terrible. But then Jacob decides to talk to Laban, and Laban said something very important, very interesting for our study. He said, please stay if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake. Look at what Laban recognizes. He recognizes that because of Jacob, he was being blessed. But then Jacob said, you know, I have served you for many years. Your goods have been increased for my sake. Remember, he made a vow to the Lord. Remember that he was promising to give tithe, but he probably was not tithing yet because he was not receiving anything. He was just receiving his food. And then he said, the Lord has blessed you since my coming, and now when shall I also provide for my own house? And then they made an agreement, and Laban promises to him a salary that it seems not to be an advantage to him, because he chose the sheep and the goats, the lambs and goats with recessive genes, which means that it will be very difficult for you to succeed on that. But then you see God's hands working miraculously. Maybe you are facing a very difficult problem in your family, in your work environment. Someone is mistreating you. Someone is trying to harm you, as Laban was trying to do with Jacob. But you know, if you have committed your life to God, if God is with us, who can be against us? God loves you. He is good, and he has many beautiful plans to your life. Trust in him, recognize him, make your vows to him, and let's read tomorrow our Bibles and spend time with him again. God bless you.